So it's Saturday, you guys were just starting off, and you guys enjoy. I mean, we've only been here for, what, con opened about an hour ago? So, my name is Ben Beck. I am with the Next Level Podcast Network. I'm based out of Philadelphia. You can check us out. We're actually got a table downstairs. If you're interested in podcasting in any way, we encourage you to stop on down. Podcasts about... Oh, no, now they can hear me, sorry. Podcasts about DC television shows, health and fitness, fantasy football, all kinds of stuff. NextLevelRadioOnline.com. But you guys don't want to hear about me. You guys are here because you're fans of Stranger Things, right? All right. How many of you, like me, binged the show in one day? One day. So, maybe a day and a half. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's bring out my panel guests. Please welcome Mr. Randy Havens and Chester Rushing. Make some noise for them, guys.
Hey man,
How are you?
doing good.
Have a seat wherever.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you guys. There's a giant thing here.
It's fitting kind of with the show you guys are a part of.
It is. It's like a little mini Demogorgon.
It's a very strange thing back there. So welcome to Harrisburg.
you did there.
Yeah. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Good.
Oh, you can do better than that. How
That's
you
what I
doing
said.
today? That's cool.
Make it seem like all these chairs are filled. Let's make all these people on the other side. Let's
They
make
are
it believe.
filled. The guy on the other side of that camera can't see that it's not filled. They are filled. They're all filled. 100,000,000% of the way. Jesus, look at that.
So as I said, welcome to Harrisburg.
Thank you.
So
happy to be here.
I'm very excited to see that you still have the mustache.
I do have a mustache, yeah.
Does that lead us to believe that there's a possibility of a season 2 appearance from you in the show?
He likes character photos.
I just like having a super creepy mustache all the time.
So if you guys have any questions, we'll get to your questions in a little bit. I'm going to ask a couple first, then just put your hand up if we have any questions for Randy and Chester. But first, Stranger Things was such a phenomenon when it first released.
Yeah.
I know I was one of those people that when it first released, I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah.
I got a word of it through word of mouth of other people who had seen it. I
Right.
had seen no trailers or anything for it.
Yeah.
But all my friends were like, this is a show, you have to check this show out. And as I mentioned, I gave it a shot. I watched the first episode. I've never watched an entire season of a show in one day in my life
Oh, wow.
until Stranger Things.
That's awesome.
I ended up watching it all in one day because I was so hooked on this show. And the Duffer Brothers did such a phenomenal job in the writing and
Absolutely.
directing of the show. When you first read the script for the show, did you guys have any idea this was going to be as big as it became?
No.
Yeah, because Randy did like 8 parts at the table read.
I did read like 8 parts.
I was like,
every time.
if he's doing all 8, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, like the clumps.
Yeah.
The nutty professor. Yeah, no, so, yeah, we were at the table read and we read, the first 6
6.
episodes. And I was like, this show's like really special. It's really fun. I thought there was going to be like a small but dedicated like fan base, and that was going to be kind of the end of it. But there's going to be a bit of a cult following. We'd get a couple seasons, and then that would be the end of it. And then, let's see what happened.
Yeah, it's reading it the first time. It was pretty cool because we were all getting to experience it together, coming to life. Yeah, that was the first time that I had read all of them, and we each got assigned in a table read. If you guys don't know, you get assigned different characters. So you're reading your actual characters with the cast. So it's literally like it's jumping off the page and coming right to life. So that aspect was very exciting for me, and it was like every page, I was like, oh, what happens next? So yeah, I had a feeling, but I didn't think that people were going to be so responsive to it.
Yeah, no, it was bananas, like right off the bat. And I do want to go back to another thing that you said, where you heard about it from your friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's how everybody heard about this show. So if you guys told your friends about it after you watched it, thank you so much. You are the reason that this show was successful.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys, the Duffer Brothers did such a phenomenal job with, not only with the writing and the directing, but paying homage to so much 80s nostalgia throughout the show. But not only that, it was a great mix of 80s nostalgia with sci-fi and horror aspects mixed into it. Were you guys a fan of the genres, sci-fi and horror?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we say it's sci-fi and horror, but there's also like John Hughes.
Yeah.
Like high school drama. There's like a high school drama right in the middle of all of this sci-fi and horror. And a little bit of like conspiracy theory type 70s, paranoid thriller type situation, especially with Hopper. Like if you look at when Hopper's ripping his trailer apart, that's very indicative of The Conversation, Gene Hackman film in the 70s.
I'm not sure if I ever saw that one.
It's a great film about a guy who wires up buildings so people can listen to other people's conversations. But very paranoid. That's a super obvious homage to that film as well. So they cover multiple genres. But yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of everything that they were paying tribute to. I told them after the first day of the table read, I was like, this show is everything that I loved in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite genre films, other than Stranger Things, obviously?
Oh, I like Monster Squad, which is really cool.
I'm a huge fan of Monster Squad.
And my friend Stan Shaw, he's the officer in Monster Squad, and he loves the show. Everybody that I've talked to that was I was really surprised because a lot of the people that I meet from the films I've watched to get a better understanding of my character and the world that we were living in for that time, they've all seen the show. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah,
they're like,
crazy.
oh, yeah. They're like, oh, you're the best douchebag in the world. I'm like, ah, man, thanks, Gee, mister, thanks.
I want to bring that up because that was something I wanted to talk about with your characters as well. You do play Tommy, who is, as you mentioned, is kind of a douchebag in the show.
He's a bad dude.
I'm a bad guy.
But Randy, you play Mr. Clark, who's the teacher, and I'm curious how everything I've seen online is people who say they would have loved to have a teacher like you in high school. I'm sure you've heard that a ton since the show came out. How close in relation to your characters? Because Chester, I assume you're really not a douchebag.
Well, that's because I'm a good actor.
Well, exactly. Just kidding.
Both
No,
Chester
totally
and I,
not at all.
Chester and I are really good actors. Chester's actually a super nice guy. I am a jerk.
Okay.
No, I'm great. I'm a great person. I'm a great person.
I'm a very humble person.
I'm very
People tell me I'm
humble.
very funny. I like long walks on the beach.
I'm humble. I'm
Randy
funny.
hates.
I'm a genius.
In his own right, he's the voice of a nation.
I'm the voice of a nation.
Exactly. I love it.
No, I'm not like my character. I'm not smart in that way. I'm not I was never good at science or math or.
Did you have to do any research to portray a science teacher?
No.
No? All right. Good enough.
No. I learned my lines. I figured out what it was that I was saying. So I did a little bit of research to figure out okay, what am I saying? What is this? And I'm interested in quantum physics, but I'm not smart enough to know what it means. I'm just oh, that sounds cool. Quantum entanglement. The multiverse theory, obviously, it makes sense in a way, but then also, I can't wrap my brain around the fact that, there's more than one universe. That's
it's simple, man.
That's such a weird thing to me. Yeah, I know I know I can, visualize it, but I'm I don't know if it's true.
It is true.
Okay. There's no
It's
way to
all
know.
true.
There's no way to
And
know.
he has some teacher-like qualities, because last night we were hanging out, and I didn't know this, but apparently caterpillars don't bite you.
Yeah, no, they don't. They're friendly.
And I was like, whoa, don't touch that, man! You see those little hairs? My mom always told me that it was gonna sting me. And he was like, these are just a friendly caterpillar. And I was like, this is so crazy right now. I was like, because I know you, and I know your character, and you're teaching me about caterpillars. It's amazing. Mr. Clark dropping some life knowledge.
I guess there might be a little Mr. Clark in there.
Just a little bit. I see it in there. It's right there. But yeah, I'm not like my character at all, which I enjoy. I enjoy playing characters that are unlike myself, because then it gives me as an actor a challenge.
Yeah.
It gives me a new process, everything that I approach. in a different way. You know, Stranger Things has always been such an amazing experience, but even everything after that, you know, or before that, it's like you know, Tommy's not like my character in Jeepers Creepers 3. It's not like my character in the film I just did. You know, everything's so different. But then you find a place in your heart where they always kind of go, oh, you know what, that was a cool character for a cool time, different time in my life, you know? And you can always revisit them whenever you do something else.
Well, I would also assume, too, that it's almost like if somebody who gets to play the villain for the first time, it's almost a little bit of a release when you get to play a character like that that's totally against your own personal character.
Oh, yeah. It helped me a lot, you know. It always helps me playing the bad guy to be a nicer person in real life. Because I go, you know what? I've already done that. I don't need to do that. You know, I don't need to, I'm like, I have no desire. I know what happens to the bad guys in real life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they don't usually make it.
No.
No.
Well, yeah.
Or they become president.
Tommy H for president. It could happen.
It could happen.
Could happen.
There's actually shirts that say that on Amazon. Tommy H for president. It was a whole campaign. I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. To prepare for Mr. Clark, I didn't learn about science. I didn't go out and study science or anything. But I just tried to find the emotional truth of the character. So why he would give up, walk out on his date to go take a phone call from a 12-year-old. And I was like, okay, well, why would this character do that? Why would he go out of his way to help a student like that?
Why would the students have his phone number?
It was the 80s.
Okay. Because I know I never had any teachers' phone numbers growing up.
I think back in the day, you would get a little pamphlet at the beginning of the year, or your parents would, that would have all the teachers' numbers,
contacts,
so you
yeah.
could call them or whatever.
Small town too.
What's that?
That's true. It is a small town.
Small town. Yeah.
Even my kids who are in their 20s, I had their teachers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember those little books.
Yeah, small towns, the phone book would have.
Yeah.
And I doubt there was that many Scott Clarks. And plus, Mr. Clark was kind of their mentor with the science fair stuff that they mentioned a couple times in season 1. So it would make sense that there would be some sort of way to communicate or to reach out to him. But I wanted to find the reason why Mr. Clark would be just like that, 'cause it could have been an exposition type of situation, oh, okay, this character's just here to do this thing, right? So I was like, well, what do I do to make it more than that? And I was like, okay, well, Mr. Clark maybe identifies with these kids. So maybe when he was growing up, he had a similar group of friends. Maybe he felt like an outsider in school. And now he wants to make sure that these guys feel taken care of and that they have a safe place to be curious about nerdy things. So that's where I went. That was most of my preparation was emotional preparation.
Okay. I know, we mentioned the 80s nostalgia, too, of the show, too, but this actually isn't your first foray into 80s. You did some Halt and Catch Fire, which also took place in the 80s.
Yeah, so Halt and Catch Fire started, first season took place in 1983. Yeah. But it was 1983 Texas, so it was almost late 70s. We kind of
That transition into it.
So yeah, that's the reason that I have this mustache. I grew it for that show, and then when I auditioned for Stranger Things, I still had it. At one point, one of the producers of Stranger Things comes up to me, he's like, "Did you grow that mustache for us?" I was like, "No, I had it before." And he's like, "Because that was a big reason we hired you." And I was like, "What about my talent? What about all my talent?"
No, just your mustache.
Nah.
Damn.
No,
Well, then
it's that hair on your face.
If you wanted to be in season 2, then you knew you had to keep it. You couldn't shave it off. Well, I mean, you could have always grown it back too, but.
Yeah. I did. I shaved after season 1.
After season 1.
And gave my face some free time.
3 days later.
Yeah, just it shows up in the middle of the night.
I've been growing this beard for 3 years. It takes in 3 days.
I do have nightmares where I accidentally shave my mustache off.
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, how am I going to show up to set like this?
Sarah would just glue one on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing what they can do with makeup and stuff these days. Oh, it's awesome. It's some pretty crazy stuff.
One more question, and then I'll turn it and see if anybody in the audience has any questions for you too. But I'm curious because they've been all over, on late night talk shows and everything since the show. What was it like working with the kids?
It was an amazing experience for me, because you get to see somebody who's genuinely, for a lot of us, it was our first show on TV, or Netflix.
Yeah.
They had done theater and Broadway and amazing things before, but for some of them, it was like the first thing. So seeing how excited they were to be on a huge set, for the first time for their own show, it's really refreshing and inspiring. Especially after doing it for so long, that you kind of look at them and you remember the reasons why you started doing it.
Yeah.
Because after a while, your reasons change.
Yeah, the Hollywood aspect kind of gets to you sometimes the older you get. Doesn't happen to everybody, but there are certain aspects, and you're right, they're still relatively new,
so it was
unfazed by that.
So watching them work and seeing how great they are as an actor, as a kid, you go, man, I'm so jealous. That was me. I was like, wow, they're so great, and just having that kind of genuine excitement inspires the morale of everybody around you. So all of us, we all have this kid-like wonderment when we're filming. It's like you really believe you're in this world because everybody looks like 1983, even the town we were shooting in. Everybody dressed up. We could walk around, you see people in their 80s clothes, you see people not even knowing what we're doing, but wanting to be a part of it. The community got involved. That mixed with the excitement from the kids just created such a special momentum. I believe that was a part of why it was such a big thing. Because then you can go, a lot of us can watch a show and look at, Gaten, Caleb, Finn, Millie, and go, I was that kid. I was that kid with psychic powers. I was that kid when I was little, or whatever, It's a really a cool underdog story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love working with the kids. They're super professional.
They are legitimately pros.
Yeah. Gaten and Caleb came from Broadway, so it's like, oh, you guys are already more successful than I am. I bow down to you, sir. Super professional, extremely talented. Yeah, I'll go along with what Chester said. I'm super jealous of how talented they are.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, I had to work on this for my whole life to get here, and they're just like, nah, man, that's just me. I'm just that talented. Gaten is hilarious. Gaten's super hard to work with because he's so funny.
Oh yeah.
And, it's hard to not laugh at what he's doing, especially if he's doing something that's funny. It's very hard to get through a take with Gaten without laughing.
And our experiences are different because I never worked with the kids. I worked around the kids, but he worked with the kids a lot of the time in the show. So
mostly
he
it was
had
them.
firsthand working with them experience.
Yeah, I have
I was
one
kinda
scene with an adult.
Yeah. But one thing that was cool, if you guys remember season 1, whenever they're doing the whole scene with Millie in the tank, when she's in that glass tank. Oh, I was there whenever they were filming that day, and I don't know because I'm not a parent, but man, what a brave girl that is. She's literally on an elevator, right? And they bring her down, and they have signs with a helmet that has air in it, right? Okay, but to get out, it would take just as long as it takes to get in. So her dad's there, the director's there, the producer's there. I'm there, why am I here? But I'm there. And I'm watching because it was so amazing. And every take, she would just give it 100 million%, and it's inspiring. Because you're like, whoa, could I really be put in a little glass tube full of water alone at 11 years old? That's scary. But she did it like a champ, man. That was cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of trust for a little girl to be able to do. She has to put a lot of trust in the directors and the crew as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure. So at any age, you have to you'd have to be like that.
Yeah.
And Millie's just, she's one of a kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's one of a kind.
Anybody in the audience have any questions for Randy or Chester?
Yeah. Yeah, what's
Sure.
up?
Do you guys get to ad-lib any of your scenes, or were they all like straight exactly as they were written?
Yeah, we get to, a lot of the memes and things that people created were actually just like lines that I just said off the cuff. Like a lot of this stuff, like, but it gets really funny because the Duffers and Sean, you know, Sean Levy, amazing guy, wonderful director and producer. You know, we just roll with it really, and he kind of let you just do whatever you feel like, because as a creative process, you know, we have that little leeway, which makes a show cooler.
Yeah, I feel same. The Duffers, they definitely have a vision, but they're also like very respectful of like everyone that they work around them. You know, I feel like they feel like, hey, we hired you because we want to hear what you have to say. So yeah, I think my first day on set, the Duffers were like, hey, this, it's a tracking shot, and they're like, well, we need a little more time, so can you just like say some more stuff? And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, do you have the right guy? Like, you want me to like make up my own dialogue? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. I'll go do that. So yeah, they were very open to in all sorts of collaboration, and they really wanted to see like what we brought to the characters. And so, I mean, I definitely tried to stick to the script as much as possible. But then there are moments where it's like, oh, maybe I'll try it like this, or maybe I'll try it like that, and they're very open to that.
Yeah.
Any other questions in the audience? Sure.
I was wondering if, since you filmed for a Netflix TV show, did you get a free Netflix subscription?
Oh,
No
absolutely
way
not.
we didn't.
Absolutely
I didn't.
not. No.
I had to pay to watch it. I mean, I guess I was like, guys, throw us a bone here.
It's like $8.
I think I wrote you about.
Yeah.
I think I wrote him about that. I was like,
Probably did.
Hey, I was like, over Skype. I was like, oh yeah, it was the day we were doing the Skype thing for
Oh,
that
right,
for that
yeah.
college. I was like, hey, do you think we'll ever get a free Netflix subscription? He was like, no, man, no, I don't, and no.
Oh,
But
Chester, you're
Netflix,
so
if you're
cheap.
watching, please. Wait, come on. So,
Did you guys go back and hopefully you've subscribed to Netflix since that point? But did you guys go back and actually watch the show as fans afterwards? Because I know sometimes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I've
Yeah,
heard.
absolutely. I
I've
watched
heard
it twice.
Did you? Yeah, I've watched it a couple of times. I actually started it again before, like about 2 weeks ago, knowing that I was going to be here talking to you guys too.
yeah.
So.
I watched it in English, and then I watched it in German. And Tommy H is scary in German. I don't know if you know this, but everything you say that's mean in real life, if you say it in German, is 10 times scarier. And I was like, God, Tommy, who are you, monster? It's like just holding up Steve, like, I'm like, oh no. So that was an interesting experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did not watch my part in German.
Mr. Clark. Oh yeah, have it on
Probably, yeah,
almost every language. I was like, wow.
Are you fluent in the languages, or did you just watch them just to see?
Oh, it's subtitles.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I was like, and I knew I knew what some people said, but I was like, I picked specific scenes. I was like, oh man, I wonder what the Demogorgon sounds like in German. You'll have to figure that one out, guys.
Randy, another show that I mentioned, Houghton Catch Fire, but I know another show that I'm a huge fan of that you've been a part of. You got to voice Mr. Rompers on Archer.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think that show gets better and better every season. And I've actually had the opportunity to speak with and interview Lucky Yates and Amber Nash
Yeah, I
and
know
Chris
those
Parnell
guys.
and a bunch of other people from the show. What's your experience like working on doing voice acting for that?
I mean, short.
I'm assuming it doesn't take very long.
No, it takes like 15 minutes. So it's strange for me to do something to go from like acting to something like voiceover, because voiceover is so different and so much shorter.
Mhm.
Like when I was done, I was just like, oh, I'm done with this episode.
And you don't actually, I don't think you work with the actors directly.
No,
It's
no,
done in the
absolutely not.
studio.
You're alone in a booth, in a sound booth. You have the creative team over there behind a window, and they're sort of like feeding you. different directions. Try to like, you know, like try it like this, try it like this, try it like this, or they go like try it 4 different ways and just let you run with it. You'll do it like line by line, and then you know it's the magic of like sound editing that makes it all sound like it goes together.
Yeah.
That's like the. Sometimes you'll like listen to a cartoon, or you'll watch a cartoon, right? But if you're listening to the voices, it sounds like a guy in a booth, and I think that's like bad sound editing. Archer has one, I think, the best sound editing teams. They really make it feel like everybody's there, and like you know, kind of like talking on top of each other, and yeah, they do a great job. But yeah, it's weird. It's voiceover's weird.
Have you had an opportunity to meet the cast of the show, like
I
everybody
used to
else?
work with Amber and Lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad's Garage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that too. And I know, Chester, you're actually a pretty accomplished musician on
Yeah.
top of acting as well. What's the name of your band?
Just right now, I don't have a band. I'm just doing writing
Okay.
for some people, for some different artists. But I was going by Chester Rushing, so if you go check it out on Spotify, my song "Paint the World" I did with Jidex. It's like a really cool EDM sound. It's just got over 1 million plays now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That was a really cool experience. You know, I love doing music. I did music for a really long time, and then you know I was kind of having to pick and choose. You know, and then the acting kind of started going more, and I realized the older I got, I said, I don't really want to be away from home so much. So why would I want to go do a movie for 5 months and then come back and then go tour? You know?
Yeah.
And always be moving. I was like, yeah, that's a cool dream. But then you go, man, I don't know where I am. You know, like you're always traveling. And the tour, I did it for a little bit. It was cool. But I was like, the music game has really changed. But it was a lot of fun. We played with 5 Seconds of Summer, Train, The Fray, Smashing Pumpkins. It was pretty amazing, man.
You should put a band together and do an album of 80s covers.
Dude, that would be cool.
Because the music from Stranger Things is phenomenal too. It's all 80s classic hits that just, it's yet another one of those things that just draws you into the show when you watch it.
Yeah, man. I love it. I still play and I still write and I get inspired and I've worked with a lot of 80s bands before. Some of the guys from Foreigner, you know that. I wanna know what love is. all that stuff and it's an amazing experience. Really cool guys. You learn a lot by working with seasoned veterans of that craft. You know, the older you get as an artist, I think you become more seasoned and more hardcore. You know, especially those guys from the '80s, like Mick Jones. You know, you just know your stuff at that point. You might as well. I mean, at 70 something, you know you better know your stuff. You better know what you're doing by now.
There's a reason why the Stones have had like 14 farewell tours.
Those guys are amazing because they never know. You never know. You're like, Keith, come on. He's like, I'm ready. Let's go. You know, they're poking him, but like they're. It's just like they were when they started out. Just as energetic, just as cool. I mean, now they have more money for a show, so it's like lights and lasers and kick ass. But yeah, the Rolling Stones are amazing.
You mentioned, not wanting to do, go on tour after shooting for 5 months and things like that. How long did Stranger Things take to shoot? I assume it was different for each of you since you both played different parts, but it's only an 8-episode series. How long was the shoot?
For me, it was about 2 to 3 weeks a month for about 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I worked that much. But yeah, like the whole thing took about 5 months, like start to finish.
Okay.
But like a lot of stuff like in between, or a lot of space in between, I should say, the shoot dates.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can give us as to whether or not we can see either one of you in season 2?
I don't think so.
I can't.
Okay. I had a feeling that was probably the case.
But I mean, the fact that we can't say anything should tell you something.
I can't. I can't tell you anything. Look at me. I cannot tell you a word. I won't do it.
Are there any
Yeah, he'll just go all day.
He's like, the next 5 hours, I'll be like, stop asking already.
Bits by Chester.
Any other questions in the audience at all? All right, active crowd.
Great.
One of the other questions I have, and this is probably something that we can probably wrap up with, is, you know, Netflix has Stranger Things. They've also picked up a bunch of Marvel television shows. We're living in a world now where there's a Marvel universe, a DC universe. You know, there's Pirates, Star Wars, Star Trek. If you guys had an opportunity to be a part of any other universe that's out there right now, not necessarily a specific character, but what other universe would you want to be a part of?
Wow. I mean, the MCU. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, nobody does it better than those guys. Yeah. MCU.
Okay.
MCU?
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, I'm already part of that. So,
No. No. Because that's Sony.
what?
Yeah, Logan's not.
Logan's not-
No,
X-Men are
Logan is not
part
Marvel
of the
Cinematic.
MCU.
Then Marvel, or DC, or anybody that will take me. I want to be that guy that you want me to be. No, I love it. I love all the kinds of worlds. You know, one that I would like to be in is probably I like Marvel.
Okay.
I like DC more for different reasons, and I like them kind of both are the same. But there's also other universes. I don't know. What would you want to be? Yeah.
Anything that works.
The Walk. You know what? I'd like to do
The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'd like to do The Walking Dead. Oh yeah, there you are, back there.
I'd do any of that.
I do. I know. I would either like to be in The Walking Dead. You know what? I'd like to be. See that Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh man.
Well, that's Marvel Cinematic.
Yeah, so that's
Marvel.
it. That's
Yeah.
MCU.
But you know, I don't know.
We're like schooling
Now I'm
Chester
so indecisive.
in the nerd arts.
You would ask me.
Well, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Chester, has a certain level of films.
Just got a
Which
big
is all about
letdown. I just found out Logan's not part of Marvel. I sat there in
It's
front
not
of
part of the,
Stan Lee.
it is Marvel. It's not part of the
He
MCU
said-
though.
He's like, I was sitting there on New Year's. I was there with Stan Lee, and I was like, hi Stan, I'm Chester. He was like, I know, and I was like, oh cool. I was like, do you mind if I sit down? He goes, this is a chair. Of course you can sit on it. I was like, all right. So you know, I'm talking to him. I leave, and I'm like, oh man, that was really cool. And my friend goes, you know, he had nothing to do with Wolverine, right? I was like, yeah. I didn't know that. I wish I would have known that.
He's still a legend, though.
You know what Stanley asked me? He asked me. You know what? I can't say that actually. I can't. I guess that's I can't say that.
That's
what
a
if it
celebrity
happened?
secret.
That's a celebrity secret. I can't. Stanley's
This is
an
what
amazing
celebrities
person.
do. We get together, we tell each other all the spoilers,
Oh, we can't say anything.
and then we don't tell anybody else.
That's horrible. That's a horrible.
And we
way to
just
go
like
about it.
wink at each other. We're like, we know all this.
We know that thing we were talking about yesterday with the caterpillar and all that.
You make the secret yourself.
You know what?
It is
Yeah.
better.
And
yeah,
then,
it's better. It's
I
like
don't
being
know.
a part of like a secret society, but it's not like a secret society. It's just a society that keeps secrets.
Because those don't exist.
Yeah, no, they don't. There's no such thing as the Illuminati.
Nope. Never been to that place, that Italian restaurant.
One final question for both of you.
Great.
Favorite moments from Stranger Things? Could be either on camera or off.
Oh man. One night we were shooting for like 16 hours. It was like the 16th hour on set. And it was in the middle of the morning. It was me, Chelsea, Joe, Charlie, Natalia, and all of a sudden, man, it started snowing. And the light from the set was like shining. And the light from the set was like shining, and then it started snowing. So light. And I was like, wow, this is really amazing. In Atlanta, it's snowing, right? And then all of a sudden, they're like, we gotta get you guys out of here, it's a snowstorm! And I'm like, what? Where? They're like, right here above us, we gotta go now! So they shot us in a van. By the time we got to the hotel, it was done snowing. I swear to God. And people were still stuck on the highway the next day. I don't know. Oh, and that was that's the day that I tried my first Reuben sandwich. So that is a moment for everyone. So that moment.
I mean, how do you follow that? Chester ate a sandwich. It's like, it's a good sandwich. It's a good
I
sandwich.
do what I can.
Okay, so we're shooting, it's like, it was the Will's funeral, spoiler alert, scene. And Gayton has this line in the script where he's like eating these Nilla wafers, and then he says, "Oh man, these aren't real Nilla wafers." And he just kept stuffing these Nilla wafers in his mouth. And the Duffer Brothers are like, more Nilla wafers, more, stick more of them in your mouth. And like, we cannot hold it together. It's me, Finn, and Caleb, and we can't, like, not one of us can keep a straight face through the scene. And the Duffers are like, make it funnier, make it funnier. We're like, no, make it not funny. Like, make him do it without cookies. Like, we need to get through this take. It was very, very hard. I think we did at least 10 takes of just us losing it and then just yelling at each other. Because like one of us inevitably would break and then it would be like, man, that was your fault.
It's a lot of Nilla wafers.
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, Gayton is, that guy is like so naturally.
That kid is so
as a
funny.
comedian.
I remember the first time I met him, I was like, man, I like you. And I told him, I was like, you know what, when this show comes out, people are gonna really remember you. And he was like, gee, thanks. I was like, you really think so? And I was like, gee, thanks, mister. And I was like, yes, I really do think so. And I was right. That's what my point was. Because I love that kid. And I told him that actually, again, after it came out. I said, hey, remember that? Remember whenever I told you how awesome people were gonna think you were? And he was like, man, it's so crazy. And I was like, well, you deserve it, dude, because you're a good guy. And that kid is a good kid. They're all good kids.
That's a great guy.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure to speak with both of you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
You
Ladies and
guys
gentlemen,
rock.
Round of applause
Thank you, guys.
for Randy and Chester. Make sure you go downstairs and stop by the table and say hi.
Thank you so much for listening to our craziness and coming out today and making our first visit to Harrisburg so awesome. Thank you, Randy. I'm here for other questions. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to ask how my Reuben sandwich was.